Dear students, in our course, you are given a great opportunity to explore different cultures by using Hofstede Culture Comparison Tool. On this website, you can find the link that will take you to that tool where you can compare cultures. Here, I choose one country. The first country I choose is the United States because we want to compare other cultures to the culture of the United States. The second country I will choose is China. I can choose one more culture or country, and I will probably choose Russia because I represent former Soviet Union or Russia, and my insight can be somehow valid. Now we have this chart with 6 dimensions: power distance, individualism, masculinity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term orientation, and indulgence. Let's look at each of these dimensions, what they mean. Power distance. We all know that power in society distributed unequally. Some people have more power, while other people have very little power or no power at all. For example, CEO of a company has big power, but regular worker, employee has less power. I hope it makes sense. If we look at the score, the United States has 40, while Russia has 93 power distance and China 80. When I first came to this country in 2000 to participate in the internship for business people, I was given an opportunity to meet with very rich individuals, with billionaires, millionaires, and I felt very comfortable. I was very surprised that those people talked to me. They asked me questions. They were curious about my life and my business. It would be impossible to have the same experience in Russia, to meet with oligarchs somewhere, and drink coffee together. No, because the power distance is different. So here it is shorter. That also means that me, as a person with a very little power, through my education, through developing my skills and my hard work, I can achieve a lot in this country. I can build my life. I can move to the level in society with a bigger power. However, in China and in Russia, the situation is different. If you are born poor, it is more likely that you will die poor because the distance between less powerful person and the power of people on the top is very big. The second dimension is individualism versus collectivism. As we see, America is very individualistic society. It means that personal values are very important for society overall. People are given freedom and also responsibility to build their own life, to be successful or to live whatever lives they want to live. However, in more collectivistic cultures like Russia and in China, because individualism index is very low, they are more collectivistic. People or individuals are loyal to their groups. The group values are more important for people in society overall than their personal sense of freedom or desire for freedom. Russia, with a high power distance, and low individual freedom. Most people just follow what people on the top tell them because they are part of their group, of their country, of their company, and they do what people on the top believe or tell them is right to do. The next dimension is called masculinity index. There are values that are called masculine or feminine. So masculinity reflects assertiveness, motivation for achievements. If we look at America, 62, China shows 66. Just recently, the index for China was below American index. But because of economy change, the culture is switching as well. So Chinese people are become more assertive, like American people. Even they are more assertive than Americans. In Russia, the index is 36. That means that not many people set up goals, their personal goals, their businesses. Not many people are proactive. Most of people feel more comfortable to follow the group. So assertiveness is not very high in Russia. The next dimension is uncertainty avoidance. Uncertainty avoidance refers to the situation about that there are so many things in this world that we do not know and do not understand. Kind of strange, weird things, uncertain things. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what is going to happen. And we perceive the situation differently. If we do not know something, we do not understand something, we can tolerate, allow it exist, to be next to us, or we can resist. We can say, like, this is weird, this is strange, I don't want, it is wrong, it is not something that I want in my life. So look at the scores. Russia has very high uncertainty avoidance index. So Russian people want kind of stability, understanding what they do, what to expect. Whatever they cannot understand is about like, oh, those people are weird. They are strange. It is not us. They are more our enemies, let's say. In the United States, uncertainty index is 46, and in China, it is 30. So people are more open to things that they do not understand. Next dimension is called long-term orientation. Long-term versus short-term orientation. Like in business, Americans have very short-term orientation. They want to sign the contract to get things done today or tomorrow, right away. So they don't consider much the future relationship with these people. In China and Russia, long-term orientation is more important. If people in those countries decided to partner with someone, they want to see long-term relationships. It also tied to their everyday life, where more connections between their past, present, and future, more connections between generations. It is because more often people live together with their grandparents, parents, children, grandchildren. The last dimension is indulgence. Indulgence index is pretty high for the United States. indulgence is about that society allows people to express their feelings, to express their desires, to express their mood, to express themselves, to be creative, not to be shy, to be open. It is normal for this society. But in Russia and in China, it is not common to see people smiling to strangers. They can smile to each other, to their friends, to their relatives, but they would not smile to other people because it is not normal. If you smile to other people may think that something wrong with you, or you are faking your smile, your happiness. So people are not encouraged to share what they feel with the society. I hope this chart, this approach, those dimensions help you to understand the cultural differences between countries. But you have to remember that this chart, this approach does not apply to individuals. For example, you may know someone from another country and the score does not show to be correct. Why? Because this particular person grew up being influenced by other factors. So it does not apply to individuals, but it applies overall to the country. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope this explanation of the cultural dimensions was helpful. Please write in comments what you think about your experience and your analysis. Thank you and take care. Bye.